The phone's glow burned my eyes in the dark bedroom. A notification slicing through the 2 a.m. silence like a blade. My girlfriend's post on X stared back at me. Finally pregnant. Time to lock this idiot down. Her words, playful yet sharp, twisted in my gut. Below it, my own comment, a heart emoji and a single word. Wow. I typed it hours ago, half asleep, thinking it was just her usual teasing. But now awake, the screen's light felt like an accusation. Something was wrong. The word idiot didn't sit right, not anymore. It wasn't me she meant, was it? I lay still, the sheets clinging to my skin, damp with sweat despite the October chill. Clara's slow breaths filled the room. Her body curled away from me on the far side of the bed. The distance between us felt wider than the mattress. My thumb hovered over the screen, scrolling through her post's replies. Friends gushed with congratulations, heart emojis flooding the thread. But one comment, buried beneath the noise, stopped me cold. Congrats, babe. You and Nate deserve this. Nate. Not me. Not James. The name hit like a punch, stealing my breath. Nate was her coworker, the charming graphic designer with a laugh that filled rooms and a habit of lingering too long at her desk. I'd met him at her office Christmas party last year, his hand resting on her shoulder as he poured her wine, her giggle too bright, too intimate. I'd brushed it off then. Clara was affectionate, always had been. But now, that memory clawed at me, vivid and raw, like a wound reopened. I turned the phone off, the darkness swallowing me. My heart thudded, loud enough to drown out Clara's breathing. Was I paranoid? The post was vague, her humor always edged with sarcasm. Maybe idiot was me, a loving jab, like when she'd call me a dork for forgetting her coffee order. But Nate's name in that comment, it wasn't vague. It was a crack in the foundation of us, and I couldn't unsee it. Morning came too fast, the kitchen bathed in gray light filtering through the blinds. Clara stood at the counter, humming softly, her blonde hair spilling over her shoulders as she sliced an apple. The knife's rhythmic thwack against the cutting board felt like a metronome, ticking down to something inevitable. I sipped my coffee, the mug's heat searing my palms, grounding me as I watched her. She hadn't mentioned the post, the pregnancy, or Nate. She hadn't mentioned anything at all. You sleep okay? She asked, not looking up, her voice light but distant. Fine. I lied, my throat tight. You. Like a baby. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. She popped an apple slice into her mouth, the crunch unnaturally loud. Work's gonna be nuts today. Big pitch with Nate's team. There it was again. Nate. My stomach churned, but I forced my face to stay neutral. Yeah? What's the pitch? She shrugged, wiping her hands on a dish towel. Some client stuff. Boring. You don't want to hear it. Her dismissal was casual, but it stung. She used to tell me everything. Late-night rants about her boss, her designs, her dreams. Now, her words felt like a locked door. I wanted to ask about the post, to demand why Nate's name was tangled in our future, but fear stopped me. What if I was wrong? What if I accused her and shattered something that wasn't already broken? Instead, I nodded, my jaw tight. Good luck with it. She kissed my cheek, her lips cool and fleeting, and left for work. The apartment felt emptier the moment the door clicked shut. I opened X again, rereading her post, the comments, the emojis. The word idiot mocked me. I scrolled through her profile, searching for clues. A photo from last month. Clara and Nate at a team happy hour, their shoulders touching, her smile wide and unguarded. Another post, weeks earlier. Late nights with the best work buddy. Hashtag Nate the Great. My chest tightened. When had they gotten so close? The day dragged, each hour heavy with doubt. I tried to work, but my laptop screen blurred as my mind spiraled. Clara and I had been together 3 years, built a life in this cramped apartment with its creaky floors and mismatched mugs. We'd talked about kids, marriage, a house someday. She'd always been the one pushing for more, her eyes bright with plans. Was that all a lie? Or was I reading too much into a stupid post? By evening, I couldn't take it anymore. I texted her. Hey, saw your post last night. Pregnant? What's up? My thumb shook as I hit send. Minutes passed, then an hour. No reply. The silence was louder than any answer. When she came home, The air felt charged, like the moment before a storm. She dropped her bag by the door, her face tired but guarded. "Long day," she said, kicking off her shoes. "You eat yet, Clara?" My voice was sharper than I meant, and she froze, her eyes meeting mine. "Your post. The pregnancy thing. What's going on?" She laughed, but it was brittle, like glass about to shatter. "Oh, that? Just a joke, James. You know how I am on X, messing around." "A joke?" I stepped closer, my pulse racing. "You don't joke about that." And the comment, someone mentioned Nate. "Why?" Her face changed, a flicker of something, guilt? Fear? Before she masked it with a frown. "You're reading into it. It's nothing. People comment dumb stuff all the time." "Then why didn't you tell me you posted it? Why's Nate's name in there?" My voice rose, and I hated how desperate it sounded. "Clara, is there something with him?" She crossed her arms, her jaw tight. "You're being ridiculous. Nate's just a friend. You know that." "Do I?" The word slipped out, raw and jagged. "Because it doesn't feel like it. Not with you two always together, always laughing, always fuck. Clara, are you pregnant? Is it his?" The room went still. Her eyes widened, and for a moment, I thought she'd deny it, laugh it off, pull me into her arms. But she didn't. She looked away, her lips trembling, and that silence was louder than any confession. "James," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I didn't mean for this to happen." The world tilted. My knees buckled, and I gripped the counter to stay upright. "What didn't you mean?" I asked, though I already knew. The truth was in her eyes, in the way her hands shook as she reached for me, then stopped. "It was one time," she said, tears spilling now. "One stupid night. I was drunk and Nate, he was there, and I didn't plan it." I couldn't breathe. The room spun, the walls closing in. "The baby," I managed. "Is it mine?" She sobbed, covering her face. "I don't know." The words were a knife, twisting deeper with every syllable. I stumbled back, my mind screaming denials even as the truth sank in. Nate. Her work buddy. The man who'd been in our lives, in our home, smiling at me while they... But then a worse thought hit me. Clara was crying, her shoulders shaking, her voice raw with guilt. She wasn't a villain. She was the woman I loved. The one who'd held me through my dad's funeral, who'd danced with me in this kitchen to shitty pop songs. She'd made a mistake, a terrible one, but did that erase everything else? Could I hate her for this? Could I forgive her? I didn't know. All I knew was the pain, sharp and suffocating, and the image of her post burned into my mind. Time to lock this idiot down. Not me. Not anymore. As I grabbed my jacket and headed for the door, her voice followed, desperate. "James, please don't go. We can figure this out." I didn't turn back. The door slammed, and the night swallowed me, her words echoing in the dark. The truth was out, but the betrayal was just beginning.